When the B-52 Stratofortress first took to the skies in 1952, it was a groundbreaking achievement. At that time, the world was in the grip of the Cold War, a tense period when the United States and the Soviet Union were constantly competing for military and technological superiority. The B-52 was designed to be a game-changer, a heavy bomber capable of carrying nuclear weapons over vast distances, ready to strike if needed. Back then, no one imagined that this powerful aircraft would still be flying more than 70 years later. Most military planes from that era have long since retired, replaced by newer, more advanced models. But the B-52 refused to fade away. Instead of being scrapped or stored in museums, it continued to evolve. What makes this aircraft so special that it's still in service today? One of the B-52's greatest strengths is its adaptability. Its original design was so ahead of its time that engineers have been able to keep updating it instead of completely replacing it. This means that while the B-52's frame and structure have remained mostly the same, its internal systems have been upgraded repeatedly to keep up with modern needs. Imagine having a classic car that still runs as well as the latest models because you keep swapping out the engine, electronics, and parts while keeping the same sturdy body. That's basically what happened with the B-52. This bomber didn't just survive the Cold War, it thrived through it. The aircraft played a major role in many significant military operations, proving its worth time and time again. As technology advanced and the military needed faster, more efficient bombers, many thought the B-52's days were numbered. But instead of being retired, it was constantly improved. The plane was given new engines, upgraded avionics, and modern weapon systems, making it just as capable today as it was decades ago. The B-52's story is more than just about engineering. It's about resilience and the ability to adapt when the world changes. Instead of giving up or being left behind, it has embraced innovation while keeping its original strengths intact. In a way, it's a symbol of how something old can stay relevant by evolving over time. Today, the B-52 is still one of the most reliable and powerful bombers in the U.S. Air Force. Its ability to carry a huge payload over long distances makes it invaluable, especially when newer, more fragile aircraft might not be as suitable for certain missions. This remarkable combination of durability and upgrade potential has allowed the B-52 to remain a core part of America's air power, proving that sometimes old legends don't just fade away, they evolve and continue to dominate. How did this old aircraft become such a modern powerhouse? It's simple: continuous improvement, strategic upgrades, and a solid original design that was built to last. The B-52 shows us that being built well from the start can make something relevant for decades, even when the world around it changes completely. The B-52 Stratofortress was born out of one of the most intense and uncertain periods in modern history, the Cold War. After World War II, the world found itself divided into two powerful blocs, the United States and the Soviet Union, each racing to prove its military and technological dominance. Nuclear weapons had just entered the scene, and both sides were determined to develop the most powerful and advanced military arsenals imaginable. In this climate of fear and rivalry, the United States needed a strategic bomber that could fly long distances, deliver devastating payloads, and return safely. During World War II, Boeing had already proven itself as a leader in heavy bombers, with the B-17 Flying Fortress and the B-29 Superfortress. These aircraft were instrumental in long-range missions across the Pacific and European theaters. After the war, the United States military wanted a next-generation bomber that could not only carry nuclear weapons, but also travel unprecedented distances without needing to refuel. Boeing, with its strong track record, became the obvious choice. In 1946, the U.S. Air Force issued a request for a new bomber to replace the aging Convair B-36 Peacemaker. The initial specifications were daunting. The aircraft needed to carry a crew of at least 5, reach a combat speed of 300 miles per hour at an altitude of 34,000 feet, and have a combat radius of 5,000 miles. The payload requirements included the ability to carry nuclear bombs and a variety of munitions totaling up to 10,000 pounds. The military also wanted robust defensive capabilities, including turret gunners and air-to-air weapon systems. But as Cold War tensions increased, so did the demands. The speed requirement jumped to 400 miles per hour, the range expanded to 12,000 miles, and the aircraft had to accommodate nuclear weapons. Boeing faced a critical choice. Should they use traditional turboprop engines or the newer jet engines? This decision became a heated debate. On one side, military strategists favored jet engines for their speed, but others worried about their high fuel consumption. Some generals felt that turboprop engines were more reliable and practical for long missions. Eventually, the more advanced jet engine concept prevailed. This choice would define the B-52's legendary speed and power. Yet, the debate didn't end there. Even after deciding on jet engines, there were disagreements about the cockpit layout. The previous Boeing B-47 Stratofortress featured side-by-side seating for the pilots, which was exhausting during long flights. General Curtis LeMay, a strong advocate for Strategic Air Command, pushed for a redesign with more comfortable side-by-side pilot seating to reduce fatigue. This simple change proved crucial, as it made long missions far more bearable for the crew. Boeing engineers worked tirelessly to meet these demands. In one remarkable story, a group of engineers, including George Scherer and Ed Wells, gathered in a small hotel room in Dayton, Ohio, to brainstorm the design. Using materials from a local toy store, they built a small model of what would become the B-52. It was a simple balsa wood model with 8 engines positioned in 4 pairs beneath a swept-back wing design. This creative moment led to the iconic shape we still recognize today. When the first B-52 took flight in April 1952, it marked not just the success of an aircraft, but the triumph of American ingenuity during a time of immense global pressure. Just 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had successfully tested its first atomic bomb, and the threat of nuclear conflict was ever present. The B-52 was America's answer, a bomber that could reach any point on the globe and return safely. Once it entered service, the B-52 quickly became a cornerstone of the United States' nuclear deterrence strategy. Its sheer range and heavy payload meant that it could strike deep into Soviet territory if necessary. During the Cold War, these bombers remained on constant alert, ready to launch at a moment's notice. The presence of the B-52 alone served as a powerful reminder to adversaries that the United States could respond decisively to any threat. But the B-52 wasn't just a nuclear bomber. Over the years, its role expanded as military strategies evolved. It became a versatile platform capable of carrying a wide range of conventional weapons. This flexibility ensured that the B-52 remained relevant even as new aircraft joined the fleet. In essence, the B-52 was born from fear and necessity. It was designed not just to dominate the skies, but to send a clear message. The United States was prepared to defend its interests no matter how far or how long the mission. Built to endure and adapt, the B-52 became more than just a product of the Cold War. It became a symbol of sustained strength, proving that strategic thinking and technological innovation could keep an aircraft relevant for decades. While other Cold War-era bombers have long been retired, the B-52 remains active, continually updated to meet modern challenges. Its journey from a Cold War icon to a modern military workhorse highlights the brilliance of its original design and the foresight to keep it adaptable. The B-52 may have been born from the Cold War, but its legacy extends far beyond that era, proving that with the right upgrades and innovation, even a relic can become a modern powerhouse. When the B-52 Stratofortress first took flight, no one could have predicted just how many records it would go on to set. From its early days, the aircraft proved to be more than just a strategic bomber. It became a symbol of American air power and technological innovation. Throughout its decades of service, the B-52 has repeatedly demonstrated its ability to push the limits of endurance, speed, and mission capability, earning its place as a legendary aircraft. One of the most impressive records came just 5 years after its debut. In January 1957, 3 B-52Bs completed the first non-stop jet-powered flight around the world. This incredible journey took 45 hours and 19 minutes, covering approximately 24,325 miles with the help of in-flight refueling. The mission, known as Operation Power Flight, wasn't just about setting a record, it was a statement. At the height of the Cold War, it showed the world that the United States had the capability to strike anywhere on the globe at a moment's notice. The flight took off from Castle Air Force Base in California, made several mid-air refuelings, and returned triumphantly, solidifying the B-52's reputation as a global powerhouse. This record was just the beginning. The B-52 would continue to break new ground throughout its service. In 1960, a B-52G model set a new milestone by flying more than 10,000 miles without the need to refuel. At that time, this kind of range was almost unimaginable for a heavy bomber, demonstrating not just the aircraft's advanced engineering, but also its strategic value. As the B-52 became an integral part of the U.S. Air Force, it wasn't just about combat capability, but also about proving dominance in the sky. By 1962, the B-52H version, equipped with more efficient Pratt & Whitney TF-33 engines, extended that range even further. It completed a transcontinental flight from Japan to Spain without landing, covering over 12,500 miles. The ability to cover such vast distances without stopping made the B-52 an invaluable asset for long-range missions, especially when rapid response and sustained presence were critical. The aircraft's record-breaking feats weren't limited to peaceful flights. During combat operations, the B-52 continued to demonstrate its resilience and endurance. In 1991, during Operation Desert Storm, a B-52G set the record for the longest combat mission in history. Taking off from Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana, it flew to the Middle East and back, covering more than 14,000 miles over 35 hours. This mission not only showcased the aircraft's long-range strike capability, but also its reliability under real combat conditions. Throughout the mission, the B-52 dropped precision-guided munitions and conventional bombs, demonstrating its adaptability in both strategic and tactical roles. During the same conflict, B-52s were responsible for dropping nearly 40% of all U.S. ordnance used during the operation. This wasn't just about making an impact on the battlefield. It was about proving that the B-52 was still a vital part of modern warfare, even decades after its creation. The sheer number of missions flown by the B-52 during Desert Storm highlighted its ability to maintain high operational readiness, while newer aircraft often required more maintenance and downtime. In the years that followed, the B-52 continued to set records, particularly in endurance and mission readiness. One of the most remarkable achievements came in 2001, when the B-52 demonstrated an average mission readiness rate of 80.5%. This number was significantly higher than that of newer bombers like the B-1B Lancer, 53.7%, and the B-2 Spirit, 30.3%. This readiness rate proved that despite its age, the B-52 was still the most reliable bomber in the fleet, always ready for action when called upon. Another significant feat was achieved in 2004 when a B-52 completed a non-stop flight from Louisiana to Afghanistan and back. This mission, lasting over 44 hours, involved multiple aerial refuelings and showcased the bomber's ability to strike targets on the other side of the world without needing to land. This long-duration mission highlighted the strategic flexibility of the B-52, capable of reaching any point on the globe in record time. Over the years, the B-52's ability to set records and perform long-range missions has not only reinforced its role within the U.S. Air Force, but also secured its place in aviation history. Even today, the B-52 remains one of the few aircraft that can operate in diverse roles, from strategic bombing to close air support, maritime surveillance, and even electronic warfare. The aircraft's continued modernization ensures that it will keep breaking records for years to come. With upgrades like new radar systems, advanced communication suites, and more fuel-efficient engines, the B-52 is better equipped than ever to handle long-duration missions. As the U.S. Air Force continues to develop next-generation bombers, the B-52 stands out as a timeless icon, proving that sometimes the best way forward is to improve what already works. Its legacy of record-breaking achievements serves as a testament to its resilient design and the foresight of its engineers. Whether flying around the globe non-stop, enduring grueling combat missions, or maintaining the highest readiness rate among heavy bombers, the B-52 continues to prove that innovation and durability can go hand in hand. The records it has set are not just numbers, they are stories of endurance, strength, and the unwavering commitment to mission success. The B-52's story is far from over. As new upgrades are rolled out, there's little doubt that this legendary bomber will continue setting records, proving that it truly is the unstoppable flying fortress. In an ever-changing world of military technology, the B-52 remains a constant, a symbol of unmatched endurance and unwavering might. The B-52 Stratofortress has defied expectations for more than 7 decades, not just by surviving, but by continuously evolving. Originally built as a strategic bomber during the Cold War, this aircraft has managed to stay relevant well into the 21st century, thanks to a series of well-planned and strategic upgrades. These modernizations have transformed the B-52 from a relic of the past into a cutting-edge, multi-role aircraft capable of meeting the demands of modern warfare. One of the most significant upgrades to the B-52 is the engine replacement program. The original Pratt & Whitney TF-33 engines, which powered the B-52H model since the early 1960s, were notorious for high fuel consumption and frequent maintenance needs. As the decades passed, it became clear that these engines were becoming a liability. To ensure the B-52's continued relevance, the U.S. Air Force initiated a program to replace the old engines with modern, fuel-efficient Rolls-Royce F-130 engines. The new F-130 engines are not only significantly more efficient, but also require far less maintenance. They offer a 30% reduction in fuel consumption compared to the old engines, which translates to extended range and reduced operational costs. This upgrade is crucial because it allows the B-52 to remain on long missions without needing frequent refueling, enhancing its strategic strike capability. The new engines are also quieter, reducing the aircraft's acoustic signature and making it less detectable during operations. Moreover, the Rolls-Royce F-130 engines are designed to last longer between overhauls, which means less time in maintenance and more time in the air. This increases the aircraft's mission availability, allowing it to be deployed more frequently without the downtime typically required for engine repairs. The upgrade plan includes replacing all 8 engines on each of the 76 operational B-52Hs, extending the aircraft's operational life well into the 2050s. Another major modernization effort is the radar and avionics upgrade. The B-52's original radar systems, which date back to the mid-20th century, were becoming increasingly outdated. The U.S. Air Force has opted for the AN/APG-83 SAB radar, a cutting-edge, active electrically scanned array AESA radar. This modern radar system provides superior long-range targeting capabilities, enhanced ground mapping, and robust anti-jamming features. The integration of AESA radar significantly improves the B-52's ability to operate in contested environments where electronic warfare is a constant threat. In addition to better target detection and tracking, the new radar offers advanced terrain following and ground penetration capabilities, allowing the bomber to perform low-level flight in complex terrains without risking collision. This makes the B-52 more versatile, whether it's used for strategic bombing or close air support. Upgrading the radar also means upgrading the aircraft's entire communication and data management system. The B-52 now features modern digital displays, advanced threat detection systems, and secure communication links. This digital transformation enhances situational awareness for the crew, allowing them to react quickly to threats and changes on the battlefield. The aircraft's cockpit has been overhauled with multi-function digital screens, providing pilots with real-time data and more intuitive controls. One of the most exciting new capabilities involves weapons integration. The B-52 has always been known for its massive payload capacity, but now it's being fitted to carry next-generation munitions, including hypersonic weapons. The addition of the AGM-183A ARRW Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon hypersonic missile is set to revolutionize the B-52's offensive capability. Hypersonic missiles can travel at speeds greater than Mach 5, making them extremely difficult to detect and intercept. Integrating these weapons onto the B-52 allows the aircraft to deliver precision strikes from safe distances, far beyond the reach of most air defense systems. The B-52's ability to carry hypersonic missiles positions it as a key player in modern strategic deterrence. This upgrade not only keeps the bomber relevant in the age of rapid, high-precision warfare, but also makes it a formidable tool for both conventional and nuclear missions. The ability to launch hypersonic weapons from such an enduring platform ensures that the B-52 remains a significant part of the U.S. Air Force's strategic triad. In addition to offensive upgrades, the B-52 is also receiving defensive enhancements. The integration of new electronic warfare systems means the aircraft can better detect and counter enemy radar and missile systems. These upgrades include advanced signal jamming and radar spoofing capabilities, allowing the B-52 to penetrate sophisticated enemy defenses. The improved defensive suite ensures that this iconic bomber remains viable even against modern air defense network. Another essential modernization project is the avionics and digital systems overhaul. Previous versions of the B-52 relied heavily on analog instruments, which were becoming increasingly unreliable and difficult to maintain. The new digital cockpit features cutting-edge navigation aids, automated flight control systems, and advanced threat analysis tools. These improvements not only reduce the workload for the crew but also enhance mission accuracy and safety. The communication systems on the B-52 have also been upgraded to ensure interoperability with modern air and ground forces. The aircraft is now equipped with secure satellite communications and data link systems that provide real-time coordination with other units. This connectivity makes the B-52 a valuable asset not just as a bomber, but as a communication and command platform during joint operations. Looking towards the future, the B-52 is also set to receive enhancements related to nuclear deterrence. The integration of the Long-Range Standoff (LRSO) cruise missile will provide the bomber with a stealthy, precision-guided nuclear strike capability. Unlike older nuclear missiles, the LRSO can navigate complex terrains, avoiding radar and other defense systems. This ensures that the B-52 remains a credible nuclear deterrent, even as adversaries develop more advanced anti-aircraft technologies. Additionally, new stealth modifications are being considered to reduce the B-52's radar cross-section, making it less detectable in contested airspace. Although it will never be as stealthy as the B-2 or B-21, these adjustments can still provide a tactical advantage, especially in mixed aircraft missions where older bombers support stealth aircraft. The modernization of the B-52 is more than just a facelift. It's a complete transformation. These upgrades ensure that the aircraft not only survives in modern combat but thrives. By focusing on efficiency, advanced weaponry, electronic warfare capabilities, and enhanced communication systems, the B-52 becomes a bridge between past strategic doctrines and future combat needs. While newer bombers like the B-21 Raider are being developed, the B-52's upgrades demonstrate that maintaining a proven platform can be more practical and cost-effective than starting from scratch. With these enhancements, the B-52 remains a robust, versatile, and reliable workhorse, proving that some legends truly never die. As long as technology continues to evolve, so will the B-52, a timeless powerhouse adapted for a new era. Throughout its long and storied history, the B-52 Stratofortress has proven itself time and again on the battlefield. While it was originally designed as a strategic nuclear bomber during the Cold War, the B-52 quickly demonstrated its incredible versatility and durability in various combat situations. It wasn't just built to be powerful, it was built to endure the harsh realities of war, adapting to new challenges in combat environments as they emerged. One of the B-52's earliest combat roles came during the Vietnam War, a conflict that tested the aircraft's capabilities in a very different way from its original strategic mission. Initially conceived as a high-altitude nuclear bomber, the B-52 was quickly adapted for conventional bombing missions. Flying out of Guam, Thailand, and Okinawa, these bombers took on the grueling task of dropping thousands of tons of conventional bombs on enemy positions. Known as Operation Rolling Thunder and later Operation Linebacker, these missions targeted supply routes, troop concentrations, and strategic sites. The B-52's ability to carry up to 70,000 pounds of ordnance made it ideal for carpet bombing, a tactic used to destroy large swaths of enemy-held territory. The sight and sound of a B-52 bombing run became a powerful psychological weapon as well. Even enemy soldiers described the terrifying rumble of B-52s as a force of nature, shaking the ground for miles around. In the dense jungles of Vietnam, the B-52's precision and sheer firepower became critical in disrupting the enemy's logistics and infrastructure. However, the Vietnam War also exposed the B-52 to significant threats. Surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, posed a danger, and several B-52s were shot down during high-risk bombing raids over heavily defended areas like Hanoi and Haiphong. These losses prompted upgrades to the aircraft's defensive systems, including better electronic countermeasures to jam enemy radar, and enhanced chaff and flare systems to confuse incoming missiles. The B-52's ability to adapt to these new threats was crucial in maintaining its effectiveness, even as the nature of warfare evolved. The aircraft's combat role didn't end with Vietnam. Decades later, the B-52 once again proved its combat value during the Gulf War in 1991. Operation Desert Storm marked a new era of precision warfare, and once again, the B-52 adapted. Equipped with GPS-guided munitions, it was no longer just a high-altitude bomber, but a versatile platform capable of delivering pinpoint strikes from long distances. The aircraft flew from bases in the United States, including Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana, on non-stop missions to the Middle East, a journey of over 14,000 miles round trip. These were some of the longest combat missions ever flown at the time, demonstrating the B-52's endurance and global reach. During Desert Storm, B-52s delivered nearly 40% of all the ordnance dropped by coalition forces. They played a key role in the strategic bombing campaign, targeting Iraqi military infrastructure, command centers, and entrenched troop formations. One particularly impressive mission involved a single B-52G that flew a continuous 35-hour round-trip mission from Louisiana to Iraq and back, dropping ordnance with such precision that it destroyed multiple targets in a single sword. One of the reasons the B-52 remained effective in combat was its adaptability in integrating new technology. During the Gulf War, for instance, B-52s were fitted with the Lightning targeting pod, which allowed for real-time video feed and enhanced accuracy during night operations. This upgrade significantly improved mission success rates, especially in environments where precision mattered. The B-52's combat resilience was again on display during the war in Afghanistan and the Iraq War in the early 2000s. Used extensively for close air support, B-52s dropped guided bombs to support ground troops and strike high-value targets. The aircraft's ability to loiter over a battlefield for extended periods thanks to aerial refueling made it a persistent threat to enemy forces. B-52s often operated in coordination with surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft, waiting for intelligence updates before delivering precision strikes. This multi-role capability demonstrated that the B-52 was not just a strategic bomber, but also a tactical asset. During these modern conflicts, the B-52's use of Joint Direct Attack Munitions, JDAMs, showcased how effectively old aircraft could be modernized. JDAM kits turned conventional bombs into precision-guided weapons, allowing B-52s to hit moving targets with unprecedented accuracy. In Afghanistan, B-52s became a symbol of American air power, capable of neutralizing insurgent positions with minimal collateral damage. Even in modern combat scenarios where stealth and speed are often prioritized, the B-52's robust frame and heavy payload capacity make it uniquely valuable. Its rugged design has proven resistant to the wear and tear of long missions and harsh environments. Unlike more fragile aircraft that require constant maintenance, the B-52's simple yet durable construction allows it to remain operational even under less than ideal conditions. One of the most remarkable aspects of the B-52's combat history is its ability to sustain high mission readiness. During the conflicts of the 1990s and early 2000s, the B-52 consistently outperformed newer bombers like the B-1B and B-2 in terms of availability. While newer stealth bombers required extensive maintenance, the B-52's tried and tested systems allowed for more frequent deployments and sustained combat presence. Even as advanced anti-aircraft systems became more prevalent, the B-52 adapted with upgrades to its electronic warfare capabilities. The integration of modern jamming and countermeasure systems helped reduce the risk from surface-to-air missiles and fighter interceptions. This allowed the B-52 to continue operating in hostile environments where other non-stealth aircraft would be vulnerable. The aircraft's combat record is a testament to its exceptional design and constant innovation. Whether operating in dense jungle warfare, desert campaigns, or mountainous regions, the B-52's ability to deliver firepower while adapting to new combat requirements has made it indispensable. It is not just a relic from the past, but a proven combat veteran capable of meeting modern military needs. The B-52's combat durability is not just about physical toughness, it's about operational flexibility and continuous evolution. From the jungles of Vietnam to the deserts of Iraq and the mountains of Afghanistan, the B-52 has shown that no matter how warfare changes, some machines remain invaluable. Its ability to adapt, endure, and deliver results makes it not just a bomber but a symbol of reliable air power. As new threats emerge and technology continues to advance, the B-52 remains ready. With every mission flown and every target destroyed, the B-52 proves that combat-proven durability is more than just surviving the past. It's about thriving in the present and remaining prepared for the future. The B-52 Stratofortress has often been described as a relic from the past, but one of the most compelling reasons it remains in service is its exceptional cost-effectiveness. In an age where cutting-edge stealth bombers like the B-2 Spirit and the forthcoming B-21 Raider dominate headlines, the B-52 continues to offer a unique blend of affordability, durability, and combat capability. The simple fact is that maintaining and upgrading the B-52 is far more economical than developing and deploying entirely new bombers. This balance between cost and capability has kept the B-52 flying high for over 7 decades. One of the primary factors that make the B-52 cost-effective is its robust and simple design. Unlike modern stealth aircraft, which require advanced composite materials and meticulous maintenance, the B-52 was built with ruggedness in mind. Its airframe, made primarily of conventional aluminum alloys, is sturdy, durable, and surprisingly easy to maintain. While the B-2 requires specialized hangars with temperature and humidity controls to preserve its stealth coating, the B-52 can be stored and maintained in conventional facilities, significantly reducing operating costs. The B-52's durability also means that it has an exceptionally long lifespan compared to newer aircraft. While modern bombers often face operational limitations after a few decades, the B-52 is projected to continue service until the 2050s, nearly a century after its first flight. This longevity is not just a testament to its original engineering, but also to the practical decision to keep upgrading rather than replacing it. The cost savings from extending the lifespan of existing aircraft rather than procuring entirely new fleets is enormous. Upgrading the B-52 is also more cost-expensive than building new aircraft from scratch. Instead of developing new platforms to meet modern combat needs, the U.S. Air Force has chosen to invest in modernization programs that enhance the B-52's capabilities while leveraging its existing strengths. For example, the engine replacement program is expected to cost around $2.6 billion for 76 aircraft, while building a completely new bomber fleet could easily cost tens of billions. These new Rolls-Royce F-130 engines offer better fuel efficiency, longer service intervals, and lower maintenance demands, all while significantly increasing the bomber's range. This investment not only boosts the B-52's performance, but also ensures that the operating costs remain manageable over the next few decades. Beyond the engine upgrades, the B-52 is receiving significant enhancements to its avionics and weapons systems. These upgrades are being carried out incrementally, which means the Air Force does not have to shoulder massive costs all at once. By focusing on modular upgrades, such as the integration of modern radar and electronic warfare systems, the B-52 is gradually evolving without requiring a complete overhaul. This piecemeal modernization approach spreads the financial burden over several years, making it more sustainable in the long term. Another crucial factor in the B-52's cost-effectiveness is its operational versatility. While stealth bombers like the B-2 are primarily designed for high-value, low-observable missions, the B-52 can carry out a wide variety of tasks. It serves not only as a strategic bomber, but also as a close air support platform, a maritime patrol aircraft, and even a standoff weapons carrier. This multi-role capability means that the B-52 can replace the need for several specialized aircraft, reducing the overall size and cost of the Air Force's bomber fleet. The B-52's ability to carry diverse payloads also makes it economically attractive. While newer bombers are often limited to precision-guided munitions and specialized weapons, the B-52 can carry both conventional and nuclear weapons, as well as a wide range of smart munitions. It is equipped to launch hypersonic missiles, cruise missiles, and gravity bombs. This flexibility ensures that the Air Force does not have to invest in different aircraft for different mission types, further saving costs. One of the most telling indicators of the B-52's cost-effectiveness is its mission readiness rate. During the early 2000s, the B-52 maintained a readiness rate of about 80.5%, significantly higher than that of the newer B-1B Lancer, 53.7%, and the advanced B-2 Spirit, 30.3%. This means that the B-52 is not only cheaper to operate, but also more likely to be available for missions when needed. The reduced maintenance and downtime translate into more flight hours per dollar spent, making it an indispensable asset during prolonged military campaigns. Fuel efficiency also plays a key role in operational costs. While the older TF-33 engines were notorious for high fuel consumption, the new F-130 engines are expected to reduce this by about 30%. Given that a single B-52 mission can span thousands of miles and last over 20 hours, this reduction in fuel usage translates to significant savings. Additionally, the enhanced fuel efficiency allows for longer missions without refueling, which reduces the need for support aircraft and crews. Compared to modern stealth bombers, the B-52's maintenance cycle is considerably less demanding. Newer aircraft often require specialized technicians and parts, while the B-52's more traditional design allows for easier repairs, using readily available materials and conventional methods. This accessibility means that the aircraft can be serviced and returned to duty much faster than its more sophisticated counterparts, keeping the fleet operational even during intensive campaigns. Another factor, often overlooked, is the cost of training. Because the B-52 has been in service for so long, the Air Force has a well-established training pipeline and experienced crews who are proficient with the aircraft. Introducing a new bomber model would require a complete overhaul of training programs, new simulators and specialized training facilities, all of which come at a steep cost. Continuing to operate the B-52 avoids these expenses while maintaining a high level of crew proficiency. Strategically, the decision to upgrade rather than replace the B-52 also reflects the economic realities of defense budgeting. Developing new bombers like the B-21 Raider involves not just the cost of research and development, but also production, testing, and initial deployment expenses. In contrast, upgrading the B-52 is a fraction of the cost and delivers proven, reliable capabilities without the risks associated with untested technology. In terms of cost per flight hour, the B-52 remains one of the most economical bombers in the U.S. inventory. Stealth aircraft, while technologically impressive, often cost tens of thousands of dollars per flight hour, including maintenance and operational costs. In contrast, the B-52's costs are significantly lower, making it more feasible for sustained operations over extended periods. Ultimately, the B-52's cost-effectiveness lies in its balance between maintaining legacy strengths and integrating modern capabilities. It proves that sometimes preserving and upgrading an existing asset is more practical than developing an entirely new one. In an era where military budgets face constant scrutiny, the B-52's continued relevance and affordability make it not just a historical icon, but a pragmatic choice for modern warfare. While the B-52 may not boast the futuristic appeal of stealth bombers, its cost-effective strength ensures that it remains a critical component of U.S. air power. As long as the Air Force continues to modernize and adapt it to current needs, the B-52 will keep proving that sometimes the most economical solution is to make the old better rather than build from scratch. Despite its upgrades, some still question whether the B-52 can compete with newer stealth bombers like the B-21 Raider. Critics argue that it's outdated, but supporters believe that its ruggedness, long range, and heavy payload capacity make it irreplaceable. Is the B-52 truly outdated, or is it an enduring symbol of military power? As military technology advances, the B-52 continues to adapt. Its resilience and upgrades hint at a new golden era. Will it remain a key player in U.S. air dominance, or will stealth bombers eventually take over? One thing is certain, this iconic bomber, once seen as a relic, is proving that old legends can still rise to meet modern challenges.